Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Saturday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. Want to welcome you to the September 21st, 2024 Vinyl Treasure Show. Welcome in all the listeners on Oldies and More Radio. We just tuned into a Rockin' Ed record review, and Rockin' Ed is in our YouTube chat room. Hope you had a good time at Ed's show, but sit back for the next 3 hours, a little bit of overtime too. Got some cool 45's, all requested by you, the listeners here on the Saturday night show. And we opened up with a request for listener Big Dave Swinger, this singer, I don't know if we can say this singer, and I guess a harmonica player, born Marion, can't even see here, Marion Walter Jacobs, in Marksville, Louisiana. He was a vocalist, a guitarist, and a harmonica player. And he wrote this tune as Little Walter. That's how he recorded, as Little Walter. And he was doing harmonica on that song called Teenage Beat. Robert Lockwood and Luther Tucker were on guitar. Willie Dixon on the bass. Fred Below on the drums. His 15th of 31 releases on Leonard Chess's Checker record label. This charted number 35 on KUDL. If you were listening in Kansas City, Missouri, it's on Styrene. I hate Styrene. I'd love to get a West Coast press of that tune there. From August 56, filling a request, an instrumental request for Big Dave Swinger, Little Walter, on the Checker label. Teenage Beat is what it's called. We're going to get some teenage beats on tonight's show. We do the music chronologically here, but let's open up with an up-tempo as we open up the vocal portion here with a request for listener Gary Hendren in Alabama. This is on George, I think it's one of George Goldner's one-off labels, Bernice Records, or with someone else. But this 45 is connected to West Coast record mogul George Mottola and his wife Ricky Page, but it's by Billy the Kid and the Supremes. Let's go to October of 1958. This is for Gary in Alabama. Billy the Kid and the Supremes on Bernice with You Are Mine.
Don't little dad, dad, don't little dad, dad, don't little dad, dad, don't little dad, dad, don't little dad, my little pretty cutie, you are mine. My little tutti frutti, you are mine. My little honey bunny, you are mine. I'm so crazy about you, I just can't. I couldn't do without you, feel so fine. To hug and kiss and know that you are mine.
Johnny G getting caught here right out of the box. There you go. That's Billy the Kid and the Supremes. That's going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama, October 1958 release. It's on the Bernice record label. And it has Mottola's wife's publishing, Ricky Page Music. is on there. So I don't know where that West Coast connection comes in there somewhere on that record. But anyway, we count down the music chronologically here on the Saturday show, as we do on the as we have been doing on the 78 show every other Thursday. Had a big show on Thursday afternoon. Thank you all for being there. Again, if you are tuning into the program for the first time, those of you on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue here. And let's open up here the vocal. Well, actually, let's start it off here with the blocks that I play, the records in blocks by year. And we go to 1952 here, and we fill a request for listener Mike Sape. He wants to send this one out to Lenny G and Rob B, who are in the YouTube chat room. And it's by Sonny Till and the Orioles. And this is their 27th release on the Jubilee record label, and it's a cover tune. This song originally done back in 1925 by the writer of the tune, Ma Rainey. It features Sonny Till on lead. It's with Buddy Lucas and his orchestra from August 52. From Mike Sape in Connecticut, going out to Lenny and Rob, the Orioles on Jubilee, and their rendition of the tune, C.C. Rider.
C.C. Rider, look what you have done. Lord, Lord, made me love you. Now your man has come. Well, you made me love you. Now your man has come. C.C. Rider, where did you stay last night, Lord? Shoes ain't buttoned, clothes don't fit you right. Well, you didn't come home till the sun was shining bright. I'm gonna buy me a shotgun. As long as I am tall, Lord, Lord, buy me a shotgun. Long as I am tall, I'm gonna shoot that woman. Yeah, that's that cannonball.
Wow, Johnny G getting caught again here. There you go. That's the sound of Sonny Till and the Orioles there from August 1952. It's on Jerry Blaine's Jubilee record label, their rendition of the tune C.C. Rider, covered by so many artists through the years. Let's stay in the year 1952 and fill a request for listener Chris Reed as we stay in Baltimore, Maryland. This group had 6 releases on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records. Their biggest hit was their first from 1950, a song called I Will Wait. Chris requested their 6th release on the Savoy label, a tune written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Larry Harrison, We go to May of 1952 for Chris Reed, the Four Buddies on Savoy Records. It's called Story Blues.
That's in the groove, right? There, that's better.
I'll tell you the story, 'cause you ain't heard the news. Let me tell you the story, 'cause you ain't heard the news. That woman's got sense that she ain't never used. She broke my heart and she will break yours too. Yes, broke my heart and she will break yours too. The story goes she broke quite a few. Well, I'm telling you the story. Be a man, play your part. Tell her you don't want no jiving right in front before you start that story. That's the way it goes. Take it from me because I am the guy who knows. Your man play your part. Tell you don't want no jive. Right in front before you start that story. That's the way it goes. Take it from me because I am the guy who knows. Just take it from me because I am the guy who knows.
Jeez, I can't get to all the listeners in there. Oh my goodness here. You got to really bear with Johnny G here for a second here. Put this MGM thing on the turntable here. I hope I got it right. Anyway, there you go. That's by request for listener Chris Reed there. Cool Uptempo. Usually they got killer ballads. That is a great jump there from May 1952, the Four Buddies on Herman Lubinsky's Savoy Records out of Newark, New Jersey. Story Blues is the name of the tune. I like that record there. Thanks for I never played that on the program before. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we stay in 1962. This is a flip side request. I played Herb Kenny and the Rockets on last week's show, a request for listener Timothy. And Herb Kenny, of course, Herb Kenny on the MGM record label. He is the twin brother to Bill Kenny, of course, lead singer, and member of the Ink Spots. Now, listeners Mark Langdale and both Jim Lampley, Mark Langdale in Australia and Jim Lampley in Texas, requested the flip side that was co-written by Herb Kenny. So let's flip over that song, I Don't Care As Long As You Care For Me, that Timothy requested, and give a listen to the flip from November 52. Herb Kenny with the Rockets on MGM. The song is called Calling You.
Calling, 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 calling you. Calling you from so far away. Far away. I keep calling you night and day. Speak to me, darling, speak from across the sea. If you may, coming home, never more to roam,
no more to roam.
I'll stay by your side and forever there abide. Can't you see, darling, can't you see, you belong to me for always.
I'm coming home.
I'm coming home, honey.
Never more to roam.
Never, no more to roam. I'll always stay by your side and forever and ever there abide. Can't you see, darling, can't you see, you belong to me for always.
Calling you.
Yeah, Herb Kenny with the Rockets there for November 1952. If I said 62, I misspoke. 1952 release there. That's on the MGM record label. Calling You is the name of the tune. I don't have the, because they have, I think, 4 or 5 releases on the label. And Jim Lampley, that's for Jim Lampley in Texas, and also for Mark Langdale in Australia. Now, Jim also requested another song by the group, which I have pulled, so stay tuned for that on next week's show. But let us continue here as we move into 1953. This is another Flipside request. From last week, I featured the Robins with their 6th release for RCA, a request for Chris Reed called Get It Off Your Mind, and it was Darrell Letts that requested the flip side. Now, Bobby Nunn was doing the majority of the releases, I should say vocals, the leads, I should say, as I lose my mind, but then they added Grady Chapman to the mix, and their sound kind of changed. They had a different sound. So Grady Chapman is doing lead on this tune. This is their 6th release for RCA. This is going out to Darrell Letts, December 53. The Robins on RCA. It's called Don't Stop Now for Darrell.
Honey, hold me, ooh-wee, thrill me, baby, kiss me. Don't stop now, 'cause it feels so good. Honey, won't you, baby, need you, darling, must have you. Put your arms around me and love me tonight. I wanna love you, love you, love you, love you, hug you, hug you, hug you, hug you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you. All night long, honey, hold me, ooh-wee, feel me, baby, kiss me. Don't stop now, 'cause it feels so good. I wanna love you, love you, love you, love you, hug you, hug you, hug you, hug you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you, kiss you. All night long. Look at you. Baby, 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 I can love you all night.
That's December 53 release there for the Robins. Grady Chapman, I think he's the... Well, I'm nothing against Bobby Nunn, but I think he was the better lead in my opinion. Better voice for sure. That's the Robins there from December 53. That's going out to Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Don't Stop Now is the name of that one. Their sixth release on the RCA record label. Let's stay in 1953. Let's fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro. This great group out of Washington, D.C. We've been featuring them almost every other week here on the program, but they are well-deserved to be heard all the time. They had 22 releases on the Atlantic record label, and this is their sixth release. And it features John Buddy Bailey on lead. And I think Frank mentioned to me that this was well, he is a collector, of course, and this was the first record he purchased by the Clovers, and a great one, too, from February 53 with John Buddy Bailey on lead, going out to Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. The Clovers on Atlantic Records. It's called Yes, It's You. This is for Frank, and we'll send it out to Jerry, too.
Ooh, makes my love come tumbling down, makes a lover from a cloud. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you. Ooh, drives away my aches and pains, calls my name so sweet and plain. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you. You stole my heart the moment your lips met mine. You thrilled my soul when you held me, baby. It felt so fine. Ooh, rocks away all my blues. Who's the one I'll never lose? Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you. You stole my heart the moment your lips met mine. You thrilled my soul when you held me, baby. It felt so fine. Rocks away all my blues. Who's the one I'll never lose? Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you.
Yeah, the great sound of the Clovers there. The Clovers out of Washington, D.C. They recorded for the Atlantic record label February 53. John Buddy Bailey on lead. That's a by request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. Of course, Frank is one of the co-hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on Sunday afternoons. Frank Chingaro and Gordon Skagberg, they host that show on Sunday afternoons beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time till 5 on WRHU-FM 88.7 on your dial out of Hofstra University. Also streaming on the web on WRHU.org. So tune in tomorrow afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. for more cool sounds like this on the program there, and I'm happy to have Frank here as a listener and contributor with the request. So thank you, Frank, for that. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and let's stay in 1953 and fill a request for listener Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, as we head to Los Angeles, California, to the Bahari Brothers Flair record label for a group by named after the label, the Flairs. And I don't know which one this is. Charlene doesn't have it on here. The lead singer on this side is Richard Berry from July of 1953. These are the Flairs going out to Oldies Fan. The song is called She Wants to Rock.
She wants to rock. What can I do? I'll rock with you. Come on, let's do just me and you. She wants to take all of me, but that won't do. Oh, I'll tell you a story that's never been told about a little girl who was so bold. She used to get up and rock and go to bed doing the same. I'll never forget, it was a crying shame. She wants to rock all night long. I said, ease up, baby, can't you see? Real good rock can be the death of me. I tried to hop, I called the cops, I started to run, I hit the door. Oh, help me somebody, for she rocked me through the floor. She wanted to rock, oh, she wanted to rock. Yes, she wanted to rock. Please, she wanted to rock. Won't you stop rocking? Oh, don't do it. Please, quit. Quit, girl. Help me, somebody. About to rock me to death.
That's going out to Oldies Fan in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Flairs. Richard Berry on lead with the Flairs, July 1953 on the Flair label. She Wants to Rock. Richard Berry, such an integral part of the music back in the 1950s and into the 1960s also, in all the different groups that he sang for, the songs that he wrote, the new acts that he discovered. A very important, I mean, you can do a number of shows just on Richard Berry. You can. Johnny G is your disc jockey here on a Saturday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, those of you tuned in on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the third show of this week. I do 2.5 shows on average a week. I'll be back on Wednesday night with the All Soul Show. That's at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till midnight this coming Wednesday, and also on Oldies and More Radio. And no 78 show, not next week. But then I'll be back here on Saturday again with more of your requests. And we're still in the year 1953. Let's fill a request for listener James Stone. And I saw James in our YouTube chat room. Now, this group formed back in 1948. They recorded under a variety of names, including Big John and the Buzzards, also the Cracker Jacks, the Lee Brothers, and the Ravenscroft Quartet. And they backed up Best known artists like Rosemary Clooney, Bing Crosby, Doris Day, Frankie Lane, Peggy Lee, Joe Stafford, and even Elvis Presley. And they also performed with him in a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair. I didn't know that. And The Trouble with Girls. Now, James requested the debut single for this group. Came out on the MGM record label. They were called The Mellow Tones. No, not the Mellow Tones, Charlene. The Mellow Men. The Mellow Men. She's got tones there. The Mellow Men. And the tune written by Johnny Burke and Jack Elliott. It's with the Lou Butterman Trio, and it features the bass lead of Thurl Ravencroft. And, of course, he was also the voice of a tiger on a cereal box. That would be Tony the Tiger. This is from October 53 by request for James Stone, The Mellow Men on MGM. It's called My Love, The Blues, and Me.
We are all alone, always on our own.
My love, the blues, and me.
No one seems to care. No one wants to share.
My love, the blues, and me. Nobody wants to hold me. My love, they pass right by. Then the blues enfold me and leave me here to cry.
Guess we'll always be keeping company.
My love, the blues, and me. Nobody wants to hold me. My love, they pass right by. Then the blues enfold me and leave me here to cry.
Guess we'll always be keeping company.
My love, the blues, and me. My love, the blues, and me.
Wow, how low can you go? Wow, he's got a deep voice there. There you go. Those are the Mellow Men by request for James Stone in our YouTube chat room. That's October 1953 release there. First release for the MGM record label there. My Love, the Blues, and Me. Thurl Ravencroft on lead, who was also the Grinch that stole Christmas, I guess. Holy moly, he had a really deep, deep voice, as he did. Thank you all for being here and listening to the Vinyl Treasure Show. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. We spin the 45's here on a Saturday evening for 3 hours, a little bit longer here. Hopefully we'll be out of here by 12:30 or so. We're here till midnight and a little later with the I got about 50 something requests to get to, but let us continue here and let's do a flip side request from last week's show. I played a request for Record Hound, aka Darren in our YouTube chat room, he requested a cool ballad by Lavern Baker, her first release on Atlantic, her first of 33 releases on the Atlantic label, a song called Soul on Fire. And it was Julian McCroy who requested the Uptempo flip side. Actually, I think this might have been the A side. That might have been an R&B hit for her. And it's a song she also co-wrote. Let's go to August of 1953 with Miss Lavern Baker. Lavern Baker on the Yellow and Black Atlantic label, going out to Julian McCroy. It's called How Can You Leave a Man Like This?
Well, my man, he sure mistreats me. First he'll love me, then he'll beat me. Yes, he cools me, then he'll fool me. How can you leave a man like this? Well, I give him all of my earnings, 'cause I get the wildest yearning, and he sets my soul to burning. How can you leave a man like this? I packed my grip and I went away. Things got rough and I couldn't stay, so I went back home in the knees. Forgive me, baby, if you please. Well, he loves to tantalize me, and his ways sure scandalize me. But he always satisfies me. How can you leave a man like this? He spends my bread on fancy chicks. He drives him crazy, all his tricks. He falls all night and he sleeps all day. He lives real sporty on my pay. Yes, he hugs me, then he'll chill me. Oh, he'll bug me and he'll thrill me. His sweet loving really kills me. How can you leave a man like this?
Yeah, that's Lavern Baker, her first release on the Atlantic record label. That's a great two-sided 45, I gotta say. I wish I had it on a 7. I might have it on a 78, but maybe it's not clean. That's the whole problem. And there you go. That's going out to Julian McCroy. August 1953, the great sound of Lavern Baker on the Atlantic label. How Can You Leave a Man Like This is the name of the tune. How can you leave Johnny G on a night like this? Thank you all for being here again. Hope you're digging on the tunes here. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact. And also, if you go to my YouTube page, check out under my name, John Galindo, you'll see a whole bunch of scans that I put up on some of the records that I'm playing. They're not all there. I think I put like 12 or 13 of them. But the ones that kind of like maybe they might be a little bit expensive. There's not many rarities tonight, but not a lot of these records are not really common. This one is not common. Up next, we go to Philadelphia, PA, and fill a request for Daniel Kubacki. This was the group's second of 6 they had on Herb Slotkin's Grand record label. And it features the great George Grant on lead. Let's go to November of 1953 for the Castells. The Castells on the Grand label for Daniel Kubacki. It's called This Silver Ring.
Upon my finger is all the memory left of love I used to share with you. One ring for two. From my hand, dear, this ring shall not part, for it's a symbol that you gave it to me with your heart. The many nights we shared together my silver ring forever. When will you return for your kiss my lips just one more time, I change this silver ring into a golden wedding band.
That's the sound of the Castells by request for Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. That's on Herb Slotkin's Grand Records, a great Philadelphia sound there from November 1953. George Grant on lead, the Castells with This Silver Ring. Do you know that the previous internet radio station I was on fired me for playing a song like that by the Castells? He called it funeral music. Reed knows who I'm talking about too, by the way. And I don't know, maybe he's sorry he did that, but too bad. But I would not call that funeral music anyway. It's a little slow maybe for some people, but it's you got to listen to the vocals on that. It's a great tune. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and let's go into 1954 now. It's full of request. Actually, two people requested this song. Well, I don't know specifically Steve in Arizona, but he was talking about this duet. I know Tom Shaughnessy requested this tune. They were known as the Sweethearts of the Blues. They were Shirley Goodman and Leonard Lee. They had about 20 releases on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records between 1952 and 1959, and Tommy requested their sixth. And we're also going to send this one out to Steve in Arizona. This tune written by Rosemary McCoy and Charlie Singleton. And this is from June of 1954. Wait. June of 1954. Let's give a listen to this duet of Shirley and Lee on the Aladdin label. It's called Keep On.
Keep on, keep on thrilling me. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on till 1993. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Oh baby, please don't stop. Keep on, keep on.
Yeah, it's a hissy Aladdin 45 there. There you go. That's June 54. That is a Shirley and Lee. That's Shirley Goodman, Leonard Lee by request for Tom Shaughnessy. Also, we'll send it out to Steve in Arizona with some group backing them up on there. There's a group in the background there. That's on Aladdin Records. Keep On is the name of the tune. That's their 6th release. They got some really good records on the on Aladdin Records, and they had some pretty big hits too. Johnny G is your disc jockey as we continue here for a Saturday evening, and here's a flip side request from last week. I featured Marvin and Johnny for Harry Riles last week. He requested, I guess we can call it their biggest hit for the Bahari Brothers modern label, Cherry Pie, and their first of 8 on the modern label with Marvin Phillips and Emery Perry, who was Johnny on that one. Now, Julius McCroy requested the B-side of the 45. This is from July of 1954. The B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Marvin and Johnny on Modern. For Julian, it's called Tick Tock.
Tick tock, goes the clock. Just like my baby don't know when to stop. She can rock 'em, roll 'em, and wrap 'em up too. Just like my old gal, kidney stew. Baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Baby, please, doo-doo-doo-doo. Baby, please love me from now and evermore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Baby, don't leave me in this fix. Ring, ring, ring goes the telephone. I know another king is on my throne. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please love me from now and evermore. I've gave all my love and my a little bit of love and all my money, and that ain't funny, baby. Please, won't you give me a little love and make me feel so good? Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please love me from now and evermore. All my love and my a little bit of love and all my money, and that ain't funny, baby. Please, won't you give me a little love and make me feel so good? Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please love me from now and evermore. Buzz, buzz, buzz goes the honeybee. You squeeze me and I'll squeeze thee. Kiss me once and kiss me twice. Ouch, baby, I'm in paradise. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please, do-do-do-do. Baby, please love me from now and evermore. Baby, please love me.
Oh man, hiss and all. That is, I hate some of these RPMs because they have, and I don't know what it is, because this thing is looks like a mint record, but they just play with a hiss. Somebody must have played it with a, I don't know what they did with these, because the grooves are so close to, the 78s on these sound fantastic, although I do have a 78 of that, but it's wrecked. But I like that record. I do. Pat likes it too. Pat in Maine. There you go. July 1954. That's Marvin and Johnny. That's Marvin Phillips and Emery Perry. That's Johnny on that release, and that's going out to. I lost who that was. It's going out to. That's going out to. Julian McCroy, Charlene. Anyway, there you go. That's on the Modern record label. The song is called Tick Tock. Tick Tock, the time goes on as I can't believe we're already on in September of, September 21st. That is like crazy. You know, when you're a kid, how time goes by so slow. When you're, especially when you're an old adult, it goes by so fast. Please slow down. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasures show, and the Clovers return. The great group from out of Washington, D.C., they return. Again, we heard Frank Gingaro's request earlier in the program. This time a request for listener Edmund Williams, who is celebrating his wife's birthday with his daughter. So we want to say happy birthday to Edmund's wife. And he requested their 10th release on the Atlantic record label. And this is from June of 1954. This is the flip side of your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash, and it features Charlie White on lead. This was an R&B hit. This was number 7 on the R&B chart from June 1954. The Clovers on Atlantic. It's called I've Got My Eyes on You for Edmund.
I've got my eyes on you. I've got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you. See everything you do. I got my eyes on you. The way you wiggle when you walk. The way you wiggle when you walk. The way you wiggle when you walk will make a hound dog talk. I got my eyes on you. I had a dream last night that I held you tight. A dream you kissed me tenderly. It's only a dream, but it's strange as it seems. I felt that you belonged to me. I watch you all day long. I watch you all night too. Know everywhere you go and everything you do. I got my eyes on you. When you do the eagle rock. When you do the eagle rock. When you do the eagle rock, you stop the hands on the clock. I got my eyes on you. I got a brand new car parked on the avenue. Got me some money too. Got everything but you. I got my eyes on you. I know just where you go and the folks you know. I know everything you do. Baby, I'll make a bet that I'll get you yet. And you're good loving too. I got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you. You look so doggone fine. I'm gonna make you mine. I got my eyes on you.
There you go, the sound of the Clovers there, going out to Edmund Williams, June 1954 release on the Atlantic record label. So I didn't know that, Reed, that the first presses say "Got My Eyes on You." Mine says I've got my eyes on you. I got to check my 78 on that. I do have a 78, probably trash though. So I got some really nice Clovers 78s that are really nice that I got from Glenn Fausel, and other ones that I got were kind of trashed. But that's Charlie White on lead there with the Clovers, June 54, their 10th release. Mine says I've got my eyes on you. Johnny G, you got your eyes on the turntables here, so thank you all that are tuned into the program. Hope you're digging on the tunes. Let us continue in 1954. Here's a flip side request. Featured the Five Royales last week for Julian McCroy. Played their tune Cry Some More. which was on Bess Berman's Apollo record label. Now, it was Darrell Letts, I think Patrick McLaughlin. I think you also requested the flip side of this. They're an eighth of 9 on the Apollo record label, written by the group's a group member, I guess, and guitarist, we'll call it, Loman Pauling. And it's with the Charlie Little Jazz Ferguson Orchestra. This charted number 17 on the R&B chart from April 1954. The Five Royales on Apollo. It's called I Like It Like That. And that one there going out to Darrell and Pat.
I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. Well, me and my baby, we'll fuss and fight. Then we get together, make love all night. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Me too. I like it like that. We want to jazz. What? Oh, I like it like this. I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. Well, she tell me she do. She tell me that she don't. Kiss her one time and get anything I want. Ow! I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that. That's my kind of baby. That's my kind of baby. I like it like that. Yes, I like it like that.
The great sound of the Five Royales. Five Royales on the Apollo record label. That was from April 54 with I Like It Like That. And that one there by request for Pat in our YouTube chat room and also for Darrell Letts in our YouTube chat room. Let's continue. We move into the year 1955. Fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano, who went to watch Johnny G on his big screen TV. It makes me look bigger, I'm sure, Joe. Although I got on the scale on Tuesday. I was down 26.3 pounds. I think I'm a little bit more now. Maybe it's close, almost maybe 29 maybe now, possibly. We'll see. Although Barbara's got some brownie. No, my brother's going to come here tomorrow, and my mother made Italian biscotti and brownies, I think she said, and she made some bundt cake. I don't know, but Michael is coming with his son, and they're looking forward to that. And I'm going to be out and about. I got something to do tomorrow with someone. And then Barbara said she's having some birthday party. I mean, I got to be careful with the cakes and stuff, although I don't crave it, I will tell you that. But anyway, and I like it like that. I guess I can say that. But anyway, this is a request for listener Joe Shacatano as we go to the RCA subsidiary Groove record label. And this tune, interestingly enough, written by Ben Smith, who early in his career, he was a band leader and a saxophonist too, and later on became label owner of that great label, Extra Records. And I think a member of this group was Kenneth Butch Hamilton. He would later become second tenor for the Bop Chords, but this one features a Ray Smith on lead. The group is called the Sonics. These are the Sonics by request for Joe Shacatano, June 55, Ray Smith and the Sonics on the Groove label. It's called As I Live On for Joe.
Boom, diddy, boom.
As I live on, many dreams may come to me. Only one I hope to see come true as I live on. I may see a million hearts looking in a million hearts. That's true as I live on. The days may be endless, the years may be endless, but I'll have you in my dreams. Nobody matters, it seems, but you. Just you, oh Lord above. Bless me with reality. Send the lover man for me to hold as I live on.
There you go. That's going out to Joe Shacatano in our YouTube chat room, although he's probably away from the chat. And they like that one there in the YouTube chat room. The Sound of the Sonics, June 1955 release on the Groove label. Ray Smith on lead. As I Live On is the name of the tune. Cool requests by the listeners. Thank you for some great requests here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I always get great requests from my listeners here, so thank you all, and thank you those of you that subscribe to my YouTube page. Let us continue in the year 1955. We head out to Los Angeles, California, fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat. And this is my favorite song by this group. It's their debut single on Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label, their first of two on the Dutone label, written by the baritone of the group, Stuart Crunk, but it features Herman Pruitt on lead. Let's go to September of 1955 for the sound of the Calvains. The Calvains on the Dutone label for Frank Gingaro. It's called Don't Take Your Love From Me.
Call me names, call me a lie. Take the stars from the sky. Do anything to me that you will, but don't take your love from me. Take the moon from the night. Say I'm wrong when I'm right. Do anything to me that will, but don't take your love from me. Darling, I love you. I swear I love you. As long as you, I'm gonna take all your love from you till there's some I can give. Call me names, call me lies. Take the stars from the sky. Do anything to me that you will, but don't take your love from me. Yeah, you know, darling, I love you. I swear I love you. As long as I live, I'm gonna take your love from you till there's some I can give. Call me names, call me lies. Take the stars from the sky. Do anything to me that you will, but don't take your love from me. Don't take your love from me.
Oh, I love that record. I can play it over and over again. There you go. Fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat. And that's Herman Pruitt on lead with the Calvains, their first of two on the Dutone record label. That's actually the B-side of the 45. Frank also mentioned the A-side too, which we'll probably get to also. But there you go, September 55, the great Calvains on Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label, Don't Take Your Love From Me. The other record I like, the song eludes me, but it's on their EP. I have an original cover, but I have like the yellow label. I don't have the maroon label. And I got it from Spence. He said, Johnny, this is the original cover, but it's not the original record. I think it's like a 59 press or 60 press or whatever, but it's the yellow label. And I forget the name of the song, but it's on that EP. And who told me? I think was it Jimmy Amato, the late Jimmy Amato, that told me that on all the Dutone EPs, there's one song on there that was never released on a 45. I think Jimmy Amato told me that, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that's correct. I don't know. But anyway, let us continue here in the year 1955. Fill a request for listener Big Dave Swinger. This singer, well, the gal, I guess, is originally from Norfolk, Virginia. Her name is Claudia Swan. Well, yeah, it is Claudia Swan because she's doing the lead, but this is with Buddy Griffin and his orchestra, who she married, by the way, and they both wrote this tune, and the uncredited Moonglows are backing her up on this. Let's go to January 55 on Leonard Chess's Chess Records. We head up to Chicago now. Fill a request for listener Big Dave Swinger. Claudia Swan on the Chess record label. It's called Please Come Back to Me.
You put me down for somebody new. My heart is aching, worrying over you. I want you badly, I love you madly. Please come back to me. Why did you leave me? I did nothing wrong. I only wanted to sing my song. The way I met you, I can't forget you. Please come back to me. I did all I could that I thought would make you proud. I must admit, I really did my part. But now you're running around with some other girl in town, and I swear you're really breaking my heart. My life is bitter, I wanna die. I can't forget you, no matter how hard I try. I love you madly, I want you badly. Please come back to me. I did all I could that I thought would make you proud. I must admit, I really did my part. But now you're running around with some other girl in town. I swear you're really breaking my heart. My life is dreary, I wanna die. I can't forget you, no matter how hard I try. I want you badly, I love you madly. Please come back to me.
That's by request for Big Dave Swinger. That is Claudia Swan. Claudia Swan being backed up, the uncredited Moonglows on that. It's on the Chess record label, January 55. Please Come Back to Me is the name of the tune. Please come back to the Vinyl Treasure Show if you're new to the program. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet done so. And also click that bell to get a notification email. You have to be signed into YouTube, unfortunately. For that, you got to create an account and a YouTube account to do that. It's not a bad thing. I don't think they're really asking for personal information, although they do give me a lot of cool analytics, after the show posts up. That is, but I am beholden to the powers at YouTube with the copyright stuff. That is a fact. So if I played a record by the Crew Cuts called Shaboom, they'd probably shut me down. Got to be careful for the big hits, unfortunately. But let us continue here and move into 1955 now as we go back out to California. This is actually a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, and he wants to send this one out to Record Hound. He wants to send this one out to Record Hound Darren in our YouTube chat room. This singer, comedian, and longtime member of the Johnny Otis Show. And he does a great blues tune on the Federal label in 1955, too. His name is Little Arthur Matthews. And this is on Johnny Otis's Dig record label, a tune co-written by Otis and I think Jackie Kelso, another sax guy, and a couple other people on this. But we go to August of 56 by request for Injured at Advani, going out to Darren. It's Little Arthur Matthews on Dig Records. It's called Bad Bad Bulldog for Darren.
Tipped up to the back door, kissed my baby goodnight. An old bulldog hugged me, and while he could bite, there's a bulldog up the alley, as bad as he can be. Don't like him, and he sure don't like me. Don't claim to be bad, but if that doggy don't get lost, I'll take a short stick up the alley and show him who is boss. There's a bulldog up the alley, as bad as he can be. Don't like him, and he sure don't like me. Chased through the alley, that dog was on my trail, biting and a snapping at my coattail. There's a bulldog up the alley, as bad as he can be. Don't like him, and he sure don't like me. But if that doggy don't get lost, I'll take a short stick up the alley and show him who is boss. There's a bulldog up the alley, as bad as he can be. Don't like him, and he sure don't like me. Bad, bad doggy with the real short stubby tail. Bad, bad doggy with the real short stubby tail. Biting and a snapping at my old coat tail. Watch out, man. What's wrong with you, dog? Stop that. Turn my clothes a little, dog. You act like one of them dogs ain't never bit nobody before.
August 1956 release there for Little Arthur Matthews on Johnny Otis's Dig record label, also providing the instrumentation, that one there by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, going out to a record hound. That's Darren in our YouTube chat room. Bad Bad Bulldog is the name of the tune. Let's stay in 1956. Let's go to Brooklyn now. Fill a request for listener Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room, and this group made their debut on the Do Re Mi label in 1955 with a song called Love Is a Vow. And they were known as the Mellow Harps, but they would re-record that song in 1956, and it came out on the Rego label, and they changed their name too to the Teen Tones. And it features Arnold Malone on lead, and you'll hear the high falsetto in the background. That'll be Vernon Staley, and this is from September of 56. It's going out to Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room. The Teen Tones, aka the Mellow Harps, on the Rego label. It's called Love Is a Vow.
love is a vow. We took a chance in not knowing that our romance was still growing within our hearts. Even though we're apart. You know I love you so, and never, never let you go. You know deep in your soul that I love you so. We took a chance in not knowing that our romance was still growing within our hearts. Within my heart.
As by request for Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room, those are the Teen Tones, a.k.a. the Mellow Harps. Mellow Harps from September 56. It's on Arrigo Records. Love is a Vow is the name of the tune. That is the resung version. Let's give a listen to the original version. This is a pretty rare record. I'm thankful that Greg offered me this a long time ago. He actually came to meet me in Newark. I was working at the at PSE&G at the time, so I said, well, listen, I'll slip away and I'll come down. He goes, well, I need cash. And I said, okay, I'll bring you the cash. So I snuck downstairs and I met him on the boulevard over there. And he couldn't find a parking space, but he was there. And he said, I gave him the cash and he gave me such a great price on it. I'm not going to complain at all. But let's give a listen to the original version of that song you just heard, the Teen Tones resung version. But this is the original from 1955, the Mellow Harps. Same group members. This is Arnold Malone on lead, and also in the background Vernon Staley. These are the Mellow Harps on the Do Re Mi label. It's called Love is a Vow.
Ooh.
was still growing within our heart, even though we're apart. We're apart. Lord, I love you so, and I'll never let you go.
Go, you heard the original. That is the original. That is really an ultra rare 45 to find, or 78 too, because it is available on a 78. Those are the mellow harps, the original version from 1955. It's on Do Re Mi Records. It's called Love is a Vow. We'll flip it over for Marvin Pod next week, so stay tuned for the flip side on next Saturday's show. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we go into the year 1956 now as we head out to California for this girl group. And it's a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Now, these gals were previously members of the Dreamers who backed up Richard Berry. They are Gloria Jones, Annette Williams, and Fanita Barrett, the sister of Ronald Barrett. Wait, what is that, Charlene? Ronald Barrett on where? I don't know what that is. Can't tell you. So this is the group's first of three. First of three? I thought they did two. First of three on Leon Renee's Class record label. Tune written by Johnny Guitar Watson and Johnny Otis's bass player, Mario Delgarde. And this is from July of 1956. I showed you two different. I got one spent soul, I mean, not a lot of money, I think for $15 or whatever, $20 on the Flat Class label. This one is a shiny label, so I don't know which one is first. I said, and this is Norm's, Brian. I got this at a Norm's collection. These are the Rolettes for Adrian, the Rolettes from July 56 on the Class label, Leon Renee's Class Records. It's called Sad Fool for Adrian.
Sad fool that I was, all alone, watching the stars, hoping you come back to me, come back to me. You captured me with your charms. Now you've left me all alone. I've been a fool. I am the saddest of fools. I'm walking round in circles, my darling, out of my mind, because a true love, my baby, is left behind.
you go. That's by request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Rolettes. The Rolettes from July 1956 on Leon Renee's Class record label. Sad Fool is the name of the tune. This has an address. So this has to be the this is a Los. They all are out of Los Angeles. There's a Delta on this. This record belonged to a Kenny Mastinek. Kenny Mastinek from 6034 Acacia Street in Los Angeles, California. Pretty cool. His record. He bought this record, and then this is it's a shiny Class label. The other one is like the flat label. The flip side is an instrumental by Googie Renee, actually a cool instrumental. This is Class 201, Wham Bam, which I think I have opened the show with before. Johnny G here on a Saturday. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And we are in the year 1956. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. This great group out of Harlem, New York, they prior to this release, they backed up Miriam Great on Apollo Records as the Dovers, but they would then have they would have, is it 2 or 3? They would have 3. I don't know, Charlene. Maybe it's 3. On Apollo Records as the Vocal Tones. Bill requested their second release on the Apollo record label. This is from April of 1956. It features Bobby Johnson on lead. Let's give a listen to the Vocal Tones. Vocal Tones on Apollo, going out to listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. It's called 3 Kinds of People for Bill.
There are only 3 kinds of people in the world: a thinker, a doer, and a fool in love. One is a thinker who thinks of love, I'll send him an angel from heaven up above. He'll do his best to make her life complete. And a fool in love. Now there's a doer who'll do his part to make her life happy and satisfy her heart. I know that I love you until the day I die. Boom, boom. Well, I remember what you told me the first night we met. Oh, you told me you'd never leave me. Well, believe me, I'll never forget. Oh, baby, come sit by my side. For your love, my darling, I'll never hide. I'll just be your fool. I'll be your fool. In love, there are only 3 kinds of people in the world: a thinker, a doer, and a fool in love.
There you go. They like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That's by request for Bill Obe, the second of 3, although they did back up some gal by the name of Brenda Lee on the Apollo label. Not the Brenda Lee that had all those hits, though. Another Brenda Lee. But these are the Vocal Tones. Vocal Tones from April 1956 on Bess Berman's Apollo record label. That's Bobby Johnson on lead. 3 Kinds of People. I don't know if that holds true today. Anyway, there you go for Bill Obe. And Bill will be my special guest, and we haven't really finalized it, but it's going to be final. Bill's going to be here on a Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 to 4. He will be here for his third gospel special. I think it's his third gospel special, but he's been working on it, and he will be here in the studios. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Saturday evening here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. Again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel as we continue here. Fill a request for Liam in Australia as we go back out to California. This group, though, is out of Los Angeles, recorded 2 on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin record label. This was their first, a tune written by the bass of the group, Charles Farmer, and it features Douglas Brown on lead from July 1956. Let's give a listen to the Jivers on Aladdin, going out to Liam. It's called Cherie. Ow.
I love a girl and I want to be her lover man, Sherry. How I love you, I just want to be your lover man, Sherry, just to be in your arms and to be filled with all of your charm for eternity. I think of you night and day, hoping that you would say you're mine always. I pray to the one above that he will give me your love, never to part. Sherry, I just want to be your lover man, Oh, think of you both night and day, well, hoping that you will say you're mine eternally, and I can be your lover man. Sherry, I just want to be your lover man, just to be your lover man.
As going out to Liam in Australia, the sound of the Jivers, the Jivers there. And that's a nice 45, plays pretty nice. It's on Eddie and Leo Mesner's Aladdin Records from July 1956. That's with a Douglas Brown on lead. Cherie is the name of the tune. If you have a request, send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If I have the 45, I'll play it for you. Has to fit the format of the show. As we continue, we move into 1957 now as we go to Brooklyn, New York, and fill an old request for listener Amnon, as this group had 2 releases on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. They previously recorded as The Wheels on the Premium record label, and then when they signed with Fury, well, actually, I think it might have been before that. No, when did they? No, this was before the deluxe release. I have to say that because they do the Del Vikings cover on deluxe, but they had 2 releases on the Fury label as the Federals, and it features the unmistakable voice of Rudy Anderson on lead. Let's go to July of 57. This is for Amnon, the Federals on Fury. It's called While Our Hearts Are Young.
While our hearts are young, and all that means are new. Say you will take the love I'm offering you. While our hearts are young, let's learn the secrets of a way to build a true and lasting love. Give me the kiss that will make you mine from this day on till the end of time. While our hearts are young, darling, I made this vow to make your dreams come true. Some way, somehow. While our hearts are young, darling, I made this vow to make your dreams come true. Someday, somehow, some way, somehow.
That's the July 57 release for the Federals. The Federals on Fury Records, their first of two on the Fury label. Rudy Anderson on lead. That's going out to listener Emnon. While our hearts are young. You better do it while you're young. Ain't gonna work when you're older, I'll tell you that. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's go to Johnny Vincent's Ace record label. Fill a request from for Genres Ago. I think that's who it was. Genres Ago was in our chat room last Saturday night. But this group is out of Columbus, Ohio, and it's their only release. It came out on the Ace record label. It's with Huey Smith on piano and his group, The Clowns. They're providing the instrumentation here, and they were the house band, too, for Ace Records. It features Johnny Forrest on lead. This charted number 3 on WMRY in New Orleans, Louisiana. And lead singer here, Forrest Porter, was also a member of the Four Pharaohs. I think I voted this. This was in my top, somewhere in my top. Might have been my second choice for 1957 on the Relic survey. My first was the Sunbeams. I think this was my second. July 1957, The Supremes on Ace Records for Genres Ago. It's called Just for You and I.
Someone
Darling, when the dawn comes up and the moon rolls by, I count each and every star, just wonder where you are. While the moonlight sings a lullaby, darling, just for you and I.
I'm not going to argue with Mike Sape in Connecticut, because that could be a number one record too for that 1957 Relic Survey. Either way, it is a killer tune. July 1957 released The Supremes on the Ace label. That's Forrest Porter only. That's by request for Genres Ago, a song entitled Just for You and I. What a great record that is. I remember when I was listening to Bobby O and Jivin' Joe. They're like, we just got the record in. It's on, I forget what label it was. It was on like a bootleg Ace, I think it was. A white label, I think. I don't know. Johnny G losing his mind here on a Saturday night. As we continue, we are in the year 1957. Let's go back to Harlem, New York now with this request for Gary Hendren in Alabama. And I'm sure many of you were introduced to this group that recorded for Paul Winley's Winley label from an LP that came out on the Jubilee record label. It was called The Paragons Meet the Jesters. Now, this is the B-side to the group's debut single. Now, the A-side was called So Strange, but this is the B-side, which features two leads. It features Lenny McKay and Adam Jackson. This is going out to Gary Hendren in Alabama. I wish I had a better copy of this, but you normally don't see this on a promo. That is for sure. From May 1957. These are the Jesters on Winley Records, going out to Gary. It's called Love No One But You. It's rough.
I love no one but you, darling.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. I should have played that off the LP because I do have that LP. I got to find it. That was Norm's LP too, I think, Brian. But it was a nice mint copy also. But you don't see the promo on this. I found 10 cents for this record. I mean, come on, I gotta buy it for 10 cents. May 1957. Those are the Jesters. The Jesters, Lenny McKay and Adam Jackson on the vocals there. Paul Winley's Winley Records out of New York City. That's going out to Gary in Alabama. Love No One But You. We'll flip it over next week for a Marvin Pod. We move into the year 1958 now. Fill a request for listener Big Dave Swinger. This is actually from an unreleased master that was purchased by Ralph Newman and Steve Flam. And they were the creators of a really cool magazine sometime in the 1970s that I used to get. I still do collect that magazine. So many people have provided me with those magazines. Thank you, Indrajit. The Bim Bam Boom magazine. And they also created a record label too called Bim Bam Boom. And this interesting here, the band leader, writer, and label owner owner of the master was Al Brown. And he had reels and reels of master tapes of unknown groups that he recorded during the years. Now, according to Tony D'Ambrosio, who worked with Brown in selling these masters, this song was sold to Bim Bam Boom for $50. And since this group was unknown, the intended A-side of the 45 was called My Inspiration. So Newman and Flam decided to call the group The Inspirations. And it was issued in, I think, August of 1972 originally. But I think it's a 1958 sound. But I'm playing the jump side of this. And I think they are a Latino group, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this is for Big Dave Swinger, 1958. The Inspirations on Bim Bam Boom. That's just a made-up name. And the song is called I Yi Yi for Big Dave.
Boom, boom, boom. Ay, 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 ay,
Now that you are mine, let me hold your hand. I'm your loving man. I'll always love you till the end of time. Oh, senorita, I'll be so true.
Jazz going out to Big Dave Swinger, the sound of the Inspirations. That's a made-up name. They don't know who they are. But that's on the Bim Bam Boom record label. In 1958, I put that tune. It's called Ay Yi Yi. There you go. That's going out to Big Dave. We are in the year 1958. Let's fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo. This group from Salisbury, Maryland. They were discovered by singer Bobby Freeman and his manager Walt Summers, who took them to New York City to record at Bell Sound Studios when they signed with Morris Levy's Roulette record label to have this release. It's led by 15-year-old Howard Timothy Wilson. This is from November of 1958. Going out to Tommy Albergo, Tiny Tim and the Hits. On Morris Levy's Roulette record label, it's called Wedding Bells. I used to hear that on oldies radio here in New York City. Back in the day, we'll call it. Can't hear it on regular radio anymore. You'll hear it here on the program, and other oldies stations will play it, internet stations for sure, because that is a well-known tune. November 1958, going out to Tommy Albergo, Tiny Tim and the Hits on Roulette Records. Wedding Bells is the name of the tune. Let us continue here in 1958. Had to really take the toothbrush to this 45 because it is worn, but it is an old request for listener Amnon. This pianist, songwriter, and band leader and singer, originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, recorded for many different labels during his career. Now, this song first issued on a label called Deb, D-E-B-B, in 1956, which I do not have. And I think it's a different version, too. I think he resung this again later on in 1958. This is on Joe Green's Demon Records, which is out of Hollywood, California. Demon Records, probably the biggest hit was what? Endless Sleep by Jody Reynolds? Oh, no, I'm sorry, take that back. probably the Olympics. Western Movies was the big hit on the Demon label. Although I think that record by Jody Reynolds did get it didn't have a lot of sales. But this is on the Demon label by this artist Ray Johnson and the Bystanders. Now, the Bystanders, let me see, Charlene's got here, it included it included his younger brother, saxophonist Plas Johnson, and sister Gwen Johnson. The tune written by Danny Gould and Joe Lubin. This is from February 58, this release on the Demon label for Emnon. Ray Johnson and the Bystanders. This would have been cool to have a car like this in the 1950s, I'm sure. It's called a yellow mellow hard top for Emnon.
I got a yellow mellow hard top with swinging doors. A yellow mellow hard top with crazy zebra floors. Well, my baby and me, my wife the next street, we're gonna go. When I turn the key, you gotta dig that crazy scene. When I turn the key, you gotta dig that crazy scene. The dash lights up like a wild pinball machine, yes. I got a yellow mellow hot top with swinging doors. Mellow hot top with crazy zebra floors. Well, my baby and me, my way the next street, we're gonna go. Got a crazy little home that blows oop-bop the Got a crazy little horn that blows oop-bop the You gotta hear me coming when I'm 7 miles away, yes. I got a yellow mellow hot top with swinging doors. Yellow mellow hot top with crazy zebra floors. Well, my baby and me, my wagon makes three, we're gonna go. So come on, let's ride. Yellow mellow hard top.
There you go, February 1958 release there for Ray Johnson and the Bystanders. That one there requested by listener Emnon. It's on Demon Records. It's a mellow, I'm thinking of Donovan. It's a yellow mellow hard top is the name of the tune. As we continue here in the year 1958, now here is a flip side request. Last week I featured the Versatones on Leo Rogers and Sid Archie's All-Star record label, a request for Liam in Australia, a song called Baila. Now, Mark Langdale in Australia asked if I can play the flip side, so we're going to do that. This side written by Dickie Goodman, and this was later repressed on Fenway Records. Also, Atlantic put this out, and also Lost Night Records, but under, was it a different name? No, I think they put it out as I'm thinking of that Playboys record on Tetra. That's what I'm getting confused with. But anyway, let's flip it over here. We send it out to Mark Langdale in Australia, March 58, the Versatones on All-Star. And I don't know if do the girls in school wear tight skirt, and tight sweaters. I don't know if they do. Maybe they did in the 1950s. That's the name of the tune, the Versatones. Tight skirt and tight sweater from Mark Langdale.
Tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater.
skirt and sweater, oh man.
Tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater. I know I ought to study my homework book, but when she come around, I just gotta look. She's the cutest looking baby that I ever did see.
Tight skirt and sweater, yes sir.
Tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater. Gonna watch the bandstand on TV. I'll be the luckiest gal around the school.
Tight skirt and sweater, she's real cool.
Tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater, tight skirt, tight sweater. Tight skirt and sweater.
And they even mentioned American Bandstand. I was saying I never see those old clips from 1958. Maybe what's her name, Justine Corelli? Maybe her sweater was a little tight, possibly. I don't know. But there you go, the Versatones there by request from Mark Langdale in Australia, March '58 release on All Star Records, Tight Skirt and Tight Sweater. I like it a little loose. Well, for me, I'm saying for me, Johnny G. And if you're new to the program here, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This week it was the third show of the week. I'll be back on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, for Soul 45's out of my collection from the 1950s. And then this coming week, there is no 78 show, but stay tuned for next Thursday after that. And then I'll be back next Saturday with more requests for you, the listeners. Let us continue in 1958. Let's fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman. This singer possessed one of the most remarkable high tenor voices in the history of R&B recording, I have to say. Actually, that was really what Marv Goldberg said. And after he was discharged from the service in 1945, he formed a gospel group called the how do I say this? Canatees. Okay. Wait, is that right? Did I say it's spelled odd? Canatees. Bill Obe, did I say that right? It's on Gotham Records in April of 1949. I got to ask Bill because he'll be doing his gospel special here soon. But they would change their name to the Bachelors for one release on the Mercury label in December of 49. Then in 54, a release on the Carver label as the Joe Van Loan Quartet. And he recorded in 1949. Now, he also sang with Winnie Brown and her boyfriends in May of 52 on the Mercury label. And then he would join the Ravens and remain with the Ravens till the group disbanded in 1958. But he would also moonlight with other groups like the Dixieres on Harlem in 1954, the Bells on Rama in 55, and even much later in 59 with a group called the Valiants. That was like an all-star group of kind of the older guys singing in on the Joy label in 59, and also for Charlie Fuqua's Ink Spots that recorded for the on the Ford label. But he had two solo releases. He had one on Parkway, which was in 61, I think August of 61, and this release that came out on Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label from the fall of 1958. Let's give a listen to Joe Van Loan. Joe Van Loan on the V-Tone record by request for Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. The song is called Forever.
Please take my hand so I'll not walk alone. Don't use my heart for just a stepping stone. Make me believe that you will be my own forever. Tell me the words that lovers always say. Tell me you love me every single day. Please say that you'll be mine in every way forever. If you should leave me, love will be so unkind. Darling, don't leave me. Why break this heart of mine? Promise my heart that you'll always be near. Don't let me think our love may disappear. Say this is real. These words I want to hear forever. If you should leave me, love would be so unkind. Oh, baby, don't leave me. Why break this heart of mine? Promise my heart that you'll always be near. Don't let me think our love may disappear. Say this is real. These words I want to hear forever. Oh, forever.
That's going out to Gordy Freeman in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Joe Van Loan. And the uncredited Marvin Pond says that the Parliaments are backing him up. I take it the Parliaments that recorded for the Len label, I would guess, because that's Buddy Caldwell's label too. This is Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone label. That's the fall of 1958. Joe Van Loan with a cool tune, a song entitled Forever. Johnny G's your disc jockey for a Saturday. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Charlene is having some major problems as her air conditioner shut down. And she said to me in the other chat room, she said, Johnny, it's hot in here. It's like 78 degrees. So she had to call the emergency AC guy, and supposedly he's up in her attic there trying to fix it now. So she's going to have to listen on the archive. So, and she lost her power the other day too. It just went out. She woke up with no power. So I don't know what's going on in the state of Texas anyway. But anyway, let's continue here. And we are in the year 1958. We go to Brooklyn, New York with this request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. And it's for the Cress, Johnny Maestro and the Cress. Their first release on the Coed record label. This song written by Luther Dixon and Bert Keys. This was a #1 record on WHEC in Rochester, New York, if you were listening. We go to March of 58. The Cress with Johnny Maestro on Coed Records. It's their first release on Coed. It's called Pretty Little Angel for Timothy.
Heart, 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 heart. Little pretty little angel, I love you, it's true. So don't ever leave me, please don't make me blue. I'm not too wise in mind, but I know angels come once in a lifetime. Whoa.
Jazz going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Crest, Johnny Maestro and the Crest, March 1958. That's their first single on the co-ed record label. Pretty Little Angel is the name of the tune. We stay in 1958 for another duet, this time a request for listener Kenny in New Jersey. It's on Leon Renee's Class record label. They are Oscar McLally. He began recording back in 1953 with his group called the Honey Jumpers on the Modern record label, and would also have other releases. I think he had one on Wing and another one on Mercury. Then he signed with Leon Renee's Class label in late 1956. He had 6 solo releases, and 2 were duets with ex-lead singer of the Dots, Jeanette Baker. This was their first of 2 on the Class label, by request for Kenny in New Jersey, May 58. Oscar McLally and Jeanette Baker. It's called Hey Girl, Hey Boy for Kenny.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See, 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 da da, da da. We, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, all right. Hey girl, you sure look fine.
Hey boy,
Yeah.
you're fine as wine.
Let's get together, baby. Let me come see you sometime. Hey girl, come on, let's dance.
Hey boy,
Yeah.
I'll take a chance.
A little soft music and a kiss could bring romance. I look in your eyes and my knees get weak. When you're in my arms, I can hardly speak. I hear crazy music when you call my name. Baby, 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 do you feel the same? Hey girl, hey, what's the score?
Hey boy,
Yeah, yeah.
you ought to know.
Now we're going steady and I'll never, never let you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. See, 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 da da, da da. We, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, all right. I look in your eyes and my knees get weak. When you're in my arms, I can hardly speak. I hear crazy music when you call my name. Baby, 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 do you feel the same? Hey girl, hey, what's the score?
Hey boy,
Yeah.
you ought to know.
Now we're going steady and I'll never, never let you go. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. See, 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 da da, da da. We, okay.
Duets here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, Oscar McLally and Jeanette Baker, the first of 2 on the Class record label from May 58. Hey Girl, Hey Boy. Let us move into 1959 now with a B-side from last week. We go to George Goldner's End record label, featured for Kenny in New Jersey, the great Flamingos, with the B-side of this 45, a song called Heavenly Angel. But Kenny also requested the A-side, so he gets a double play with his 2 requests here tonight. And this charted number 71 on Billboard, 67 on Cashbox. This was a number 13 record on WAMS in Wilmington, Delaware. And it features Nate Nelson on lead. This was their 6th of 19 on the N label. This is the West Coast press. It's the white label End. If here the East Coast press is on that crappy styrene, the multicolor styrene. You want this on the vinyl, so you got to get the West Coast press. This is from November 59. A twin spin for Kenny in New Jersey. The Flamingos on End. The A-side called I Was Such a Fool, parentheses, to fall in love with you. This is for Kenny.
I was such a fool to fall in love with you. I was such a fool to think you loved me too. Then suddenly something happened. Your love flickered and died, but mine kept right on burning, then burst into a torch impossible to hide. I was such a fool to think that you were mine. Here's to your new love. Let's drink a toast of sparkling wine. You taught me a lesson, it's true, but wait till it happens to you. I was such a fool to fall in love with you. You taught me a lesson, it's true, but wait till it happens to you. I was such a fool to fall in love with you.
November 59 release there for Nate Nelson and the Flamingos. That's their 6th release on George Goldner's N record label. I Was Such a Fool to Fall in Love with You. That's going out to Kenny in New Jersey. Let us continue in the year 1959 here. Let's go up to Chicago now. Fill a request for listener Josue Perez in our YouTube chat room. This is not an easy record to find, by the way. It's on Don Talty's Formal label. Now, this group included future soul singers Nolan Chance and Chuck Colbert, and the group was called the Trinidads. The Trinidads, and it features Charles Davis on lead. Let's go to May of 1959. I knew the copyright police would come out on that record. I just knew it. We were fine all night on that record. This is from May of 59, going out to Josue Perez, the Trinidads. It's got Charles Davis on lead on the Formal label. It's called When We're Together. This is for Josue.
When we're two, stars appear in the sky. Hold me.
As out of Chicago by request for Josue Perez, the sound of the Trinidades. That's Charles Davis on lead, May 1959 on the former label When We're Together. When we're together here, tuned into the Vinyl Treasure Show. I hope you're enjoying all the tunes tonight. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is the final show of the week. I'll be back on Wednesday night with Soul 45's out of my collection. So if you like soul records from the 1960s, not 50s, tune in there. And I'll be on tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm on KKSM 1320 AM in San Marcos, California, out of Palomar College. It's palomar.edu is the website to listen live. I'm on there from, I think, Pacific time, 6 to 9 a.m., and then here on the East Coast, 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Interesting. They aired my a 60s show last week for 3 hours. They cut it off right after Adrian. Adrian requested a D. Edwards 45 on tuba. That was the last record they played. Then it went into The Lone Ranger, I think. But that was pretty cool hearing it. So maybe I have some listeners and subscribers from the San Marcos, California, which is pretty cool. Thank you, Zeb, for contacting me. As we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and I paid $3 for this 45. I'm sure, Reed, you purchased 45s from someone by the name of Ripley. It was unfortunate he passed away. Ripley and his brother were selling 45s for a long, long time, and when I was first started collecting, I used to purchase from him. He used to contact me, used to sell me records on the cheap, but that's why I bought this 45 from, and it's a request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, and he wants to send this one out to Mike Sape in Connecticut, who is in our YouTube chat room as we head out to Los Angeles, California. Now, this group's signature song was a tune called The Letter that they did back in July of 1954 on Dootsy Williams' Dutone record label. And altogether, they would have about 13 releases on Dootsy Williams' Dutone and Dutu record label. This was their 11th, again with Vernon Green on lead. And this is actually the intended A-side. The side that would normally get played was called Magic Mountain, a killer ballad. But this is the up-tempo side. And came out in February of 1959. Now, how many of you owned a 1959 Volvo? Well, anyway, here you go. This is by request for UK listener Indrajit Advani going out to Mike Sape. The Medallions on Duto Records with 59 Volvo going out to Mike Sape.
Up and down the freeway, 59 Volvo, 59. The best car on the highway, 59 Volvo, 59. They're going too slow, much too slow for my Volvo, Volvo. My little car is smooth and nice, but when I make the corners, the girls look twice. 85
you go. Those are the Medallions. Vernon Green on lead with the Medallions. That's the intended A-side, February 59 request for UK listener Indrajit Advani, going out to Mike Sape, the Medallions with 59 Volvo. That's on the Dutone record label. And Vernon Green wrote that with someone by the name of Bill Willis, which was an alias for label owner Dootsy Williams. These label owners did lots of stuff that wasn't so cool back in the 1950s and early 60s. Let us continue here. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan now, as we stay in 1959 with a request for Bob Cruz in Maryland. And this is the group's debut single, first issued on the Twirl label. That's how I have it. Would then be picked up a month later on the Cameo label out of Philadelphia. I have that one too. And you might be familiar with this group's cover song of the Royal Jokers. Female version of the tune She's Mine All Mine, a song called Mine All Mine, as done by Bobby Smith and the Dreamgirls, which was on the Big Top label back in 62. But this is their debut single, and Bobby Smith, her real name is Elma Holman. She's on lead. This is from March 59 on a Styrene label, Twirl Records, out of Detroit, for Bob Cruz, the Dreamgirls, with Oh, This Is Why.
Oh, this is why I had to say goodbye. Although he made me cry. Oh, this is why. Oh, this is why. Oh, never mind. I'll find somebody new. Although I feel so blue. Oh, this is why. Oh, this is why. I tried to tell him that I loved him so, but he just had to go. I need him, God knows I miss him. Tell me, darling, why did you go? Never mind. I'll find somebody new. Although I feel so blue. Oh, this is why. Oh, this is why.
There you go. That's going out to Bob Cruz in Maryland, a great girl group sound there, the Dreamgirls. That's Elma Holman on lead, March 1959. That's their debut single on the first label, Twirl Records, out of Detroit, Michigan. Oh, This Is Why. Oh, this is why Johnny G plays these cool records, because we don't hear these anymore on the radio, unfortunately. But I'm glad that you're tuned in here to the Vinyl Treasure Show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are in the year 1959. Let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room as we go to the state of Ohio, to the MC record label. This is a deluxe custom pressing. Now, this singer goes by the name of Joe Caldwell. First recording for the Esta label out of Hamilton, Ohio. But Joe Caldwell, originally from Dayton, Ohio. And this is a tune he wrote, supposedly the Columbus Pharaohs are backing him up on this. Let's go to August of 1959. Fill a request for Chris Reed. This is Joe Caldwell and the uncredited Columbus Pharaohs on MC Records. It's called Guess I'm the Lonely One.
I walked out and left you. I was the one. While we were together, we had so much fun. Please forgive me. Guess I'm the lonely one. Parties and dances don't seem the same. We're not together, I am to blame. Please forgive me. Guess I'm the lonely one. Well, if you will come back and say we can start anew. I won't be lonely and blue. When parties and dances, we won't miss one. We'll be together, we'll have so much fun. I miss you, darling. Guess I'm the lonely one. Yes, if you will come back, girl, and say we can start anew. Yes, if you will come back, I won't be lonely and blue. Then parties and dances, we won't miss one. We'll be together, we'll have so much fun. I miss you, darling. Guess I'm the lonely one.
August 1959 release. That's going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. August 59, Joe Caldwell and the uncredited Columbus Pharaohs on the MC record label out of Ohio. Guess I'm the lonely one. No, you're not lonely. Not on a Saturday night when you tune in to Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. We are in the year 1959. Let's go to Jersey City, New Jersey for this request. This is another rare 45. It's requested by Mike Sape in Connecticut. He wants to send it out to Joe Shacatano and also Frank Chingaro, who'll be tuning in tomorrow morning on the archive. This group had 3 releases on John Martucci's J-Mar Records. This is their second and their hardest, I have to say. Co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Skip Brown, or a.k.a. Skip Jackson. And this is arranged by band leader Billy Muir. He might also co-own this label. From January 59, let's give a listen to the Shantons. The Shantons on J-Mar Records. By request for Mike Sape, going out to Frank Chingaro and Joe Shacatano. It's called To Be in Love with You, the Shantons.
To be oh, not to be in love with you, but through eternity. I'll always be true. And darling, that is the question that can only be answered by me. Well, I never loved anyone like I love you. Oh, darling, you're the only girl that thrills me through and through to be or not to be in love with you. Well, I never loved anyone like I love you. Oh, darling, you're the only girl that thrills me through and through to be or not to be in love with you.
There you go, by request for Mike Sape. Sending that one out to Joe Shacatano and Frank Gingaro. January 59 release, their second release on Jamar Records, The Shantons. The Shantons with Skip Jackson on lead, To Be in Love with You, as the Copyright Police poke their head out again on that record. Amazing. We have one more in the year 1959. We go to the Canarsie section of Brooklyn now and fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano. Now, this group's signature song came out in 1958 on the Amp 3 label, would get picked up by Mercury Records, called Wishing for Your Love. Now, Joe requested their release on the Versalles record label. And this group features Fred Tamburo on lead. And this song written by Bob Cornegay. I wonder if he did that. That's Big Bob Cornegay from the 1950s. He sang in a number of vocal groups. But this is from January 59, going out to Joe Shacatano, the Vox Poppers. The Vox Poppers on Versalles Records. It's called Can't Understand It, for Joe Shacatano.
Can't understand it. Can't understand it. Each day I love you more and more. Can't understand it. I never felt this way before. Don't want to love you the way I love you. I'd rather hate you if I could. Don't want to leave you, although they tell me that I should. I would climb the highest mountain, make the moon my goal, if I could only have you to keep you and to hold. I would even do your bidding forever if I'm told. I'm so crazy for love. Can't understand it. Can't understand it. Your kisses give me such a thrill. Can't understand it. And then I guess I never will. Can't understand it. Can't understand it. kisses give me such a thrill. Can't understand it, and then I guess I never will. Can't understand it, and then I guess I never will.
January 59 release there for the Vox Poppers. Vox Poppers there. That's Fred Tamburo on lead. That's on the Versalles record label. That's going out to Joe Shakatana watching Johnny G on his big screen TV. Song entitled Can't Understand It. Let's move into 1960 now. Fill a request for Harry Riles. He was in the chat room earlier. Maybe he has since left. But he requested this singer, best known as the lead of the Shields, that had a big hit in 1958 with a cover of the Slades' You Cheated on the Tender and the Dot labels. You know that tune. But he's originally from Blythe, California, had many recordings. First recording for Mercury Records. He was also a lead vocalist for Preston Love and his orchestra on with Johnny Moore and his Three Blazers on releases on Modern and also on the Hollywood labels. He recorded under a couple of different aliases like Frank Evans and Frankie Day, and also on many different labels like Combo and Guidon and Contender and Heart and Rendezvous and Don and Indigo. But he had two on the Rendezvous record label. I think that was was it Googie Renee's label or Leon Renee's label? One of those two people. But Harry requested his second, co-written by George Mottola and Ronald Landers. Now, there is a vocal group on this, and I wasn't able to check it out who it was, but it's from July of 1960 by request for Harry Riles. Frankie Irvin on Rendezvous Records. The song is called You Hurt Me. July 1960 there, Frankie Irvin and an uncredited group there. That's on the Rendezvous record label. That's his first, this is his second. If I said his first, it's his second release on the Rendezvous label. You Hurt Me, that one there going out to listener Harry Riles. Well, we stay in 1960 with a flip side request from last week. I featured the Jiving Juniors, this group out of Jamaica, with a song called... The song was called Lollipop Girl, as requested by Emnon. He also requested the flip side of the 45, as well as Edmund Williams. And this is their first of 5. It first came out on the Duke Reed label. That was a local label out of Jamaica, and then it was picked up by a UK label called Blue Beat Records, and that's how I have it. It features Derek Harriott on lead. We go to December of 1960 for the Jiving Juniors. That's a cool name, the Jiving Juniors on Blue Beat Records. This is for Emnon and also for Edmund. It's called Dearest Darling. Sounds of Jamaica here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. That's going out to Edmund Williams and also to Emnon. And those are the Jiving Juniors. The Jiving Juniors, Derek Harriott on lead, December 1960 release. The Copyright Police out on that record. Unbelievable. It's called Dearest Darling on the Blue Beat label. That was in my trade with Dan Romanello, so the record is kind of trash, but I guess it plays okay. It's got some scratches in it, but anyway, let us continue here. We stay in 1960. Fill a request for listener Paul Michelle. This group out of Franklin, Tennessee, they had 2 releases on the Dot label. This was their first, and I think this group really liked the Turbans because they covered a couple of Turbans tunes, and they do have a side that I really like. Not their first, their second release, a song called You're 17. I like that record, but this is their first release. It features Robert Peebles on lead. This one is they're called the Paramounts. Robert Peebles would go on to have success in 1967 on the Rising Suns record label as Robert Knight. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. But prior to that, he was lead singer of this group called the Paramounts. And this, as I mentioned, was a cover tune first done back in 1957 by the Turbans on the Herald record label. Let's go to December of 1960 by request for Paul Michel, the Paramounts on Dot, and their rendition of the Turbans tune called Congratulations.
Congratulations on your new love affair. Congratulations on your new love affair. You have my best wishes and a sincere prayer, and I hope he loves you as much as I do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Congratulations, though it's almost too late. You said you'd be faithful, but you just couldn't wait, and I hope he loves you as much as I do. Congratulations to you. Whoa, our love couldn't last, but I have no regret, for I cared too much, and you cared much less. But darling, though you're gone, you're still my pet. That's why I never can forget. Whoa, whoa. And I love those moments with those fading memories. And I prayed to heaven down on my bended knees that you be faithful and you'll always be true. Congratulations to you. And I love those moments with those fading memories. And I prayed to heaven down on my bended knees that you be faithful and you'll always be true. Congratulations to you.
That is a nice rendition, I have to say, on that song, that record there. I never played that here on the program. I played their other 45, both sides of that, and the flip side of this is an excellent cover. I think of Adele's. I think Daryl mentioned it, so we'll play the flip for Daryl next week. Those are the Paramounts there. Robert Peebles on lead, December 1960. He's also sang as Robert Knight. I guess that is true. I don't know. The Paramounts on Dot with Congratulations, trying to sound like Al Banks, who has a very distinctive voice, I have to say. But anyway, let us stay in 1960. Fill a request for Jim Lampley in Texas as we go to Philadelphia, as this group backed up Lee Andrews. They were known as the Hearts, and they included Royalston Calhoun, Thomas Butch Curry, Tommy White, and the lead singer on this, his name is William Alexander Gordon, or Sonny Gordon. And they first recorded as the Five Hearts in 1959 on Arcade without Lee Andrews, and that's a rare record. And this release is on the Chancellor label out of Philadelphia. This is from August of 1960 for Jim Lampley in Texas, the Hearts on Chancellor. The song is called On My Honor. that chatter at the end of that record there, I did. Those are the Hearts without Lee Andrews. That's going out to Jim Lampley in Texas, August 1960 release. Came out on the Chancellor label. That is Sonny William Alexander Sonny Gordon. That's a long name, Charlene. On lead there. On My Honor is the name of the tune. They also have a later release on Gaiden in 1962 as the famous Hearts. Let's stay one more in 1960 as the Flamingos return. This time a request for listener David Silberg. You know, after they left Decca, they had really no hits. They thought with a major label they would have some hits, but that didn't transpire. But they did find a winning combination when they signed with George Gollner's N record label. So, of course, they had some big hits like I Only Have Eyes for You. But this is their 8th release, their 8th of 16 on George Gollner's N label. And this is actually a cover tune. This was done originally back in 1940 by, who is this? Los Cadets del Swing? Who is that? Okay, on the Victor record label. And this is from February of 1960. I'm featuring this on a West Coast press. It's an oddball flip because I showed you the New York press of this, which is flipped with You, Me, and the Sea, which is on end number 107. But the West Coast press, which is end number 1068, is flipped with Nobody Loves Me Like You Do, which is a great tune. But this features Tommy Hunt on lead. This is going out to David Silberg, who was in our YouTube chat room. February 60, the Flamingos on end with their rendition of the tune Besame Mucho. This is for David Silberg.
Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. Bésame, bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your arms, I hear music divine. Bésame, bésame mucho. Hold me forever and say that you'll always be mine. Cha-cha-cha! Cha-cha-cha! This joy is something new. My arms are holding you. Never knew this thrill before. Who'd ever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. So, dearest one, if you should leave me, each little kiss would take wing and my life would be through. Say that you'll always be mine. Cha-cha-cha. This joy is something new. My arms are holding you and never knew this thrill before. Who'd ever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. So, dearest one, if you should leave me, each little kiss would take wing and my life would be through. Oh, bésame, bésame mucho. Hold me forever and say that you'll always be mine. Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Hold me forever and say that you'll always
It's February 1960. Their cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. The Flamingos. That's Tommy Hunt on lead for David Silberg. Besame Mucho. That one there on George Goldner's End record label. As we start to wind down here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, let's move into 1961 now. Fill a request. For Tom Shaughnessy, we go back to Philadelphia now for this pianist. I guess, no, it's got to be pianist and blues singer, I guess. He had this one release on Don White's Donnell Records, which is out of Philadelphia. His name is Jimmy Williams. Jimmy Williams, Mr. Blues is in parentheses. And this is not the Jimmy Williams that recorded for Cub Records or recorded for the Neil label. So this is someone completely different, but it came out in April of 61 on Donnell Records. It's not in great shape. I had my book cracked, but it's not cracked. It's just whipped. Jimmy Williams, Mr. Blues on Donnell Records for Tom Shaughnessy. It's called Big-Legged Woman for Tommy. It's gotta tucker you out. I gotta send that one out. Also to UK listener Indrajit Advani. They'd like to dance that one there in that clubs out there in the UK. April 61 for Tom Shaughnessy, Jimmy Williams. In parentheses it says Mr. Blues. It's on the Donnell record label out of Philadelphia. Big-Legged Woman is the name of the tune. All right, Tom Shaughnessy, as we continue here in 1961, let's go to Philadelphia. Fill a request for Bob Bosco. This is a rare girl group sound out of Philadelphia. These gals attended Bach High School, and this one came out on Len Stark's Harris Records. And he also gets co-writer credit along with someone by the name of Bobby Eli, who would soon become a famous guitarist for the 70s group MFSB. If you know that group from the 70s, they were known as Mother, Father, Sister, Brother. But this is from 1961, going out to Bob Bosco in Philadelphia. The Sweethearts on Harris. It's called You'll Always Know.
You'll always know I love you.
That's going out to Bob Bosco. That's the sound of the Sweethearts there, 1961. It's on the Harris record label out of Philadelphia. You'll Always Know is the name of the tune. Let's stay in Philadelphia and fill a request for listener Timothy. And we stay in the year 1961. This group first recorded as the Echoes on the Swan label with a song called The Little Green Man. That was back in 1958. They would then change their name to the Unique Echoes with this release on Frank Slay's Southern Sound label. The tune co-written by the lead singer. His name is Joe Giglio. Joe Giglio on lead. This is from November of 1961. It's for Timothy, the Unique Echoes on Southern Sound. The song is called, one word, it's called Zoom. There you go. That's going out to Timothy in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Unique Echoes. Unique Echoes from November of 61. It's on the Southern Sound record label, song entitled Zoom. This group also backed up the Frankie Greer Quartet with, and Jimmy, who is this? Jimmy McQuaid? Who's Jimmy McQuaid? I don't know. Anyway, Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Saturday evening right here on YouTube, also live on Oldies and More Radio. This is our third show of the week, so if you're new to the program, just finding out, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is the big show, the Saturday night show, where I play my 45's requests by you by year. And we are in the year 1961, and we started off, back in 1952, I think. So here we are in 1961, but we're winding down on the show here. Got 4 more records to go. And this is a request for listener Tommy Albergo. This is a cover song. This song was first recorded by Baby Washington back in 1959. She and who else did this? Joan Shaw did this also. The what was the label that Baby Washington was on? Neptune. Oh gosh, Johnny G going brain dead here. Neptune Records. And Joan Shaw did a nice version of this on ABC Paramount. And here is a version sung by a male group. They're out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They're known as the Del Prees. The Del Prees. This is from December of 61. It features Billy Cyrus on lead by request for Tommy Albergo, the Del Prees on Varby with their rendition of the tune The Time.
The time has turned its back on me. The time has lost sympathy. Now the time is my enemy. Today, while we were side by side, the time seemed to just fly by. Now the time has taken my love. The day would be bright and gay. Then our love would just float away. While we're groping on a four-leaf clover, the day would be almost over. The time has turned its back on me. The time has lost sympathy. Now the time is my enemy. Shooby-dooby-doo.
There you go. Those are the Del Prees. That's going out to listener Tommy Albergo, December 61. Their rendition of the tune The Time came out on Varby Records. That is with Billy Cyrus on lead for Tommy Albergo. We're in Philadelphia. We're staying in Pennsylvania. All these records out of the state of Pennsylvania. So let's go back to Philly as we return to Don White's Donnell record label. We heard that Jimmy Williams record earlier, Big Legged Woman. Well, here is a group out of Philadelphia, and it's a request for listener Paul Michel. This group first recorded as the Decords for Donnell, but then they changed their name to the Daycords. Now, the members were Branson Bagwell, Luther Cook, John Sims, Earl Washington, Dewey Wilson, and then they added a gal. I only know her first name. Her name is Roxy. So anyway, this was also released on the Candlelight label in 1964, but this is from November 62 for Paul Michel. Roxy and the Daycords on Donnell Records. It's called I'm So in Love.
Ba-do, 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 ba-do,
Never ever let you
Sounds of Philadelphia as we wind down here on the Vinyl Treasures Show. 3 more 45s to go. We are in the year 1962. That was Roxy and the Day Chords there, going out to Paul Michel from November 62 on Donnell Records. I'm So in Love, kind of sounding like Sincerely. Didn't it remind you of Sincerely? But anyway, let us stay in 62. A flip side request from last week featured the Five Quails. Five Quails on Harvey Fuqua's Harvey record label. By request for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, played the ballad side called Been a Long Time, and he also requested the flip side of the 45, as well as Darrell Lett. So let's flip the 45 over here. It features a Harold Sudbury on lead from March of 62, the Five Quails on Harvey Records for Oldies Fan and for Darrell Letts. It's called Get to School on Time.
Gotta get to school on time. Ran out the front door using no sense. Ran through the backyard, jumped over the fence. Got to get to school on time. Got to get to school on time. Gotta get. Can't afford to fuss. Yes, I got to catch my bus. Got to get to school on time. Homework in my right hand, notebook in my jeans. Got to run faster, the light is turning green. Got to get to school on time. Got to get to school on time. Got to get. Can't hesitate, cause I might be late. Got to get to school on time. If I got up early, I wouldn't be in this touch. Running and a stumbling, I'm missing my school bus. Slipping and a sliding all over the ground. No, I don't want to be no Charlie Brown, yeah. Running past the graveyard, doing 110. Got up to the corner, whoops, missed the pin. Got to get to school on time. Got to get to school on time. Got to get. If they close the door, I won't be there no more. I got to get to school on time. Gotta get.
One boy, don't you be late, son. You should have got up a little bit earlier. You wouldn't be running and stumbling. Now look at you. Now ain't you ashamed?
If I got up early, I won't be in this touch. Running and a stumbling, I'm missing my school bus. Slipping and a sliding all over the ground.
No, I don't want to be no Charlie Brown, yeah.
Running past the graveyard, doing 110. Got up to the corner, whoops, missed the pin. Got to get to school on time. Got to get. Got to get to school on time. Got to get. If they close the door, I won't be there no more. I got to get to school on time. Got to get. Got to get to school on time. Got to get. Got to get to school on time. Got to get.
They done closed the door.
Trying to be like the Marcells a little bit on there, I'd say. But there you go. That's going out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, and Darrell Letts, March 62 release. Actually, the debut single for the Five Quails on Harvey Records, Got to Get to School on Time. Their following releases followed up with the Quails on the Harvey label. 2 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico as we move into 1963. Let's go to High Weiss's Old Town record label, a great girl group sound, and a nice rendition of this standard, which was originally done back in 1940 by Tommy Tucker Time on the OK record label. But it's the group's second of 2 on Old Town Records. They're called Earlene and Her Girlfriends. And this is produced and arranged by Herb Bernstein, September 63. Earlene and her girlfriends going out to Adrian. It's called their rendition of the tune, Because of You. That's a great girl group sound there. That's by request for listener Adrian Viterbo, September 1963. That's Earlene and her girlfriends. That's their second of two on High Weiss's Old Town record label, Because of You. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you have a request, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact. It could be for any of the shows that I do here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. This is the final show of the week, my third show this week. I'll be back on Wednesday night beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight, with Soul 45s out of my collection. So if you like 1960s soul records, you want to tune into that program. And then in a couple of weeks, I'll be back with the 78s. I had a big turnout last Thursday afternoon playing those 78s by year. And this is the big show that I have on Saturday night, right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. So thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you, Charlene, for all your help. She had some trouble with her air conditioning tonight, so she missed a large part of the show. So she's gonna have to watch it on the archive. And Charlene, there's some requests in the chat there that I didn't write down, but I have those records, so you're gonna have to write those down. But anyway, I have something to do tomorrow morning. I got to get up early, and my brother will be here with my nephew. They're going to come visit my mother tomorrow and father, so it should be nice here. But then Barbara made lasagna, she said, but I'm on the diet. I'm not going to have it. But I told her if I get back in time, I'll stop by. I think I will. But anyway, so thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. You don't have to be a record collector to like this music, because you're not going to hear it anywhere else. Very rarely do you hear it. There are other shows that do this, like the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. They do that. They're on tomorrow afternoon beginning at 3 p.m. on WRHU 88.7. But but that's it, folks. I got to go. We're going to close the show tonight with not an easy record to find. Greg sold me this record. I forget what it was, but it was somewhere in the 3-figure range. And it's a request for John Engstrom, so he knows this record is nowhere to be heard. This group is out of Chicago, and I can't tell you anything about them. They're called the Candidates, Candidates, and it's on a label called Concord Records, which was owned by Howard Pittman, who actually co-wrote and produced this song. And it was arranged by someone by the name of Doug Johnson, so I don't know who that is. This is the intended A-side. Let me know what you think. From March 64, going out to John Engstrom in California. The Candidates on Concord. It's called Time and Space, which goes by much too fast. So thank you all for being here, and have a safe and happy week. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. The Candidates.
Yeah, you don't want me around, but I had to see you before I left town. I still love you, but I know that we are through, 'cause you found a new love, and I've gotta get away from you. But I really, really hope, pretty baby, yes I hope, yeah, don't you know? And I know I'm to blame for tearing us apart by playing a game. I played the field when I knew your love was real, but I only hurt me because you set me free. Maybe, 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 baby, I say maybe, maybe, baby, hear what I say. Put me down, and I've gotta get away from you. Maybe, maybe, maybe someday, girl, maybe, maybe someday.